Hear that? It's holiday cheer arriving at Ulta Beauty with gifts for everyone on your list. Treat them to fan-favorite gift sets from Charlotte Tilbury and Peach and Lily. Go all out with timeless fragrances from YSL, Ariana Grande, and Carolina Herrera. And you can never go wrong with an Ulta Beauty gift card. Head to Ulta Beauty for gifts that make the holidays brighter and even more beautiful. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Hey friends, it's Nikayla from the podcast Side Hustle Pro. I'm always looking for ways to keep my kids entertained without screens, and the Yoto Mini has been a total lifesaver. My kids are obsessed. Yoto is a screen-free audio player where kids just pop in a card and listen. Hours of stories, music, podcasts, and more, and no screens or ads. With hundreds of options for ages 0 to 12, it's the perfect gift they'll go back to again and again. Check it out at yotoplay.com. YOTOPLAY.com.
The kettle's boiled, Vic.
Great. Perfect timing. Just a dash of milk for me, please, mate.
Here you go. Shall we get started then?
Have you ever woken up on a Sunday morning and said, I'm never drinking again, and then found yourself waving $50 at a barman by happy hour?
Are you wondering why everyone else can stop at 1 while you head to a dodgy after-party with a weird bloke called Disco Dave? If so, it might be time to take a deeper look at your relationship with your reliable social crutch, alcohol.
On each episode, we'll investigate our own dysfunctional dealings with booze and find out if it's possible to stop this deeply ingrained habit before things get too messy.
Yep, we're going to open up a shame shed of humiliating drinking stories to help you understand why waking up from a booze coma each weekend with a kebab sticking out of your top pocket might actually be negatively impacting your health.
Hamish and I are here to delve into what it's like being sober, an unwanted warts and all look into why giving up those cheeky pints or putting down those mummy wines will make you feel happier, help your anxiety and mental health, and turn you into the most sparkly, authentic version of you.
Won't that mean I become boring though, Vic?
Well, Hamish, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm Victoria Vanstone.
I'm Hamish Adams-Cairns.
And this is Sober Awkward. Hamish, have you ever smoked so much weed that you forgot your own name?
Sorry, what? Just totally spaced out. You're talking to me?
Very funny.
I did once drink so much Robinson's cordial that I thought I was Genghis Khan. That was a trip.
I miss Robinson's cordial, Hamish.
Do you?
What was that lemony one that they... Lemon barley.
Yeah.
Oh, the lemon barley.
That is England in a taste,
That
isn't
is.
it?
It's Wimbledon almost, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Wimbledon.
It's
I worked
so
for
English.
Robinson's at Wimbledon.
Yes, I vaguely remember you telling me
It
that,
was
actually.
an amazing job. So I had a backpack on that had Robinson's in it, and I had like a gun, that squirts out Robinson's, and I had to go up and down the queue squirting people Robinson's juice.
You are really rather rock and roll, Hamish.
Thank you.
I used to smoke skunk after... Hey, we're talking about
shift, isn't
parenting.
it?
I used to smoke skunk after big club nights.
Yeah.
And I would have no idea what I was saying from one word to the next. Just imagine what that was doing to my brain. God, it's scary, is it? I was really like a goldfish. And now my brain is a bit doolally from the perimenopause, I think.
Do you feel like you're on a permanent state of skunk high? Is that
Yeah,
what
basically, yeah.
perimenopause? Basically like being high on skunk. That's the slogan.
An eternal stoner.
People will be like, I can't wait to get perimenopause.
Yeah, it's not like that, I can assure you. I don't know whether I have many symptoms, Hamish, but one of them is definitely brain lapses occasionally.
Yes. Do you want to talk about that? So obviously the listeners never hear it because we are expert editors.
Yeah.
And we totally sound professional all the time. But yeah, sometimes your brain does do tiny little shutdowns and you forget what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. It must be very annoying for you. It's a new thing, definitely hormonal, I guess. But I also wonder if it has anything to do with my recreational drug use and alcohol use for 25 years. It might be because I fried my brain for years and years and now I'm a bit loopy-loo, Hame.
Yeah, it might be. Wait, I forgot what we're talking about. Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Dementia.
Dementia,
There
yes.
you go, a little
Good
joke. We've seen a few stories in the news recently about alcohol and dementia, so we thought it might be a good idea to delve into this ourselves. After all, we have had a tendency in the past to ignore a lot of frightening stats about alcohol, just so we can all carry on getting wasted without any consequences.
Yeah, it's funny how we do that, isn't it? Let's just ignore everything just so we can carry on the party. Ha, 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 ha.
That's it. Bury your head in the sand
Yeah.
and pretend it's totally fine.
Yeah. That is actually a good title for a book, Hamish. Getting Wasted Without Consequences.
Basically, yeah, it's a version of yours. It's got wasted in the name, similar to yours.
I saw a few months back that the American reality star Wendy Williams was diagnosed with early onset dementia. Williams's family revealed that her diagnosis was a particularly aggressive form of the disease at 59, and it may have been caused by excessive booze consumption. And I recently spoke to a nurse that works in palliative care, and she said they look after a lot of younger people, mostly men and women in their 50s, suffering from alcohol-related dementia. Not only suffering from it, but dying from it, Hamish. It's shocking.
Now, I know most people don't want to hear about this. What alcohol is really doing to your body can be very confronting. But as we say on Sober Awkward, feel the awkward and do it anyway, which means that we are here to get stuck into the stuff we ignore whilst Disco Dave gets another round in. we should try and trip him up, actually, like smother him in our alcohol-y facts. We actually don't talk about him. He's in the intro, and he's in your book.
Yeah, Disco Dave.
We don't talk about Disco Dave enough.
I think Disco Dave is a generic term for somebody who you party with, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. I think I knew a Disco Dave many, many years ago, but he has now become a generic term as an enabler, I would say.
So we all have a Disco Dave in our life, and Dave could be a woman.
I actually think Disco Dave could also be your own drinking persona.
Yes, okay. Back when you were drinking, you were the Disco Dave.
You are the Disco Dave. It's like a kind of imaginary person that we all have within us.
Isn't it?
I've had a Disco Dave in me before.
That's what happened to Dave. And now you have 3 children from Disco Dave.
Too much information? It's not true. It's just a joke, everybody. It's just a joke.
Anyway, let's get to the truth so you can make smarter decisions about your relationship with booze. We want you to use your brain, not destroy it. But I think it might be a little bit too late for you, Vic.
I think you might be right.
Yes.
Dementia is not a single disease, actually. It's an overall term to describe a collection of symptoms that one may experience if they're living with a variety of diseases, including Alzheimer's disease. Diseases grouped under a general term, dementia, are caused by abnormal brain changes. That's what it is. Dementia symptoms trigger a decline in thinking skills, also known as cognitive abilities, severe enough to impair daily life and independent function. They also affect behaviour, feelings, and relationships. It can happen for many reasons: aging, generational depression, medication side effects, thyroid problems, vitamin deficiencies. I also actually thought, Hamish, that it was hereditary, but that's actually rare. It's more a side effect of life choices and general health. But one of the biggest causes of abnormal brain changes is excessive use of alcohol.
Alcohol-related dementia, also called Wernicke-Korsakoff, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, as the name suggests, is a form of dementia related to the excessive drinking of alcohol. This affects memory, learning and other mental functions. Korsakoff syndrome and Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome are particular forms of alcohol-related brain injury, which may be related to alcohol-related dementia.
Yeah. So who gets alcohol-related dementia? Well, funnily enough, or not funnily enough at all, really, is it, Hamish? Anyone who drinks excessive amounts of alcohol over a period of years may develop these conditions, but most do not. So we're always hoping for the most do not, aren't we?
We hope we fall into that category.
Yeah, we put ourselves in that category generally, don't we? It's not really known why some very heavy drinkers develop dementia, but it could be a result of their diet and other lifestyle factors.
These conditions most commonly affect men over the age of 45 with a long history of alcohol abuse, although men and women of any age can be affected. The risk clearly increases for anyone who drinks high levels of alcohol on a regular basis for a long time.
Yeah, have you ever known anyone with dementia, Hamish?
Yes, actually, it's in my family. So I was kind of relieved when you said earlier that it's not necessarily hereditary.
Okay.
So my granny on my dad's side, she got it. She was probably the person that I'm closest to who's had it. And I remember at first it was very funny. We go to her house and she would have no food in the fridge except for Mars bars.
Yes.
And I was like 7. I thought, oh my God, this is the greatest granny of all time. She's got 100 Mars bars. And then she started doing quite funny things. Again, at this stage, it was funny for me as a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
I went into a garage one day and she must have had 80 traffic cones.
Right.
So she must have spent a day when she'd just stolen 80 traffic cones. God. And there must have been like the local government looking for these traffic cones. I think we had to call up the local council and be like, we've got the traffic cones that you're
But
looking
part
for.
of me just thinks I would do that when I'm old, just for a laugh.
Because you can get away with it. You're older.
Yeah, it's funny.
Just blame being old.
Yeah.
But I remember by the end, it got more and more serious. She ended up having to go to like a home. I actually wasn't allowed to see her anymore at the end because they wanted my memories of her to be positive. But I know it was heartbreaking for my dad. I can very distinctly remember the day she died and Dad breaking the news to us, and that being the first time I heard my dad cry. I didn't see him. He was standing behind me. And I know that she was going through the stage like not knowing who my dad was and talking about her first husband and my grandpa who died. So I honestly think it's the worst disease, particularly for the family. I guess for you don't know. Maybe you do have moments you know that you're losing your mind. But for the family, and because like I don't actually know what kills you from dementia, but it can go on for years and years and years and years and years. So I think I'm terrified of my parents getting it or me getting it for the sake of my kids.
Yeah.
Have you got it in your family?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you just reminded me of a story there about my great aunt Ella, who sounds very similar to your grandmother. She was banned from all Marks and Spencers in the whole of England in her old age because she used to go thieving there. Yeah. I'm not sure whether she had dementia or whether she was just
Kleptomaniac.
Yeah, kleptomaniac. But my granddad had Alzheimer's. I don't know whether sometimes it's just part of growing old. I'm not sure, because a lot of people seem to get it, don't they? But he was never a drinker, so it wasn't related to alcohol for him. He took the pledge in the 1950s and pledged to never drink alcohol because it was a religious pledge that was around in those days that you could sign.
It's weird how much sobriety you actually have in your family. Your family are both either big drinkers or sober. They have been for generations.
I think we need to go into that in another episode. What's that all about?
That's a TV show for you.
I often wonder.
Royal family.
Yeah, I never got to ask my granddad because there would have been a reason for him to do that, which perhaps meant he had a problem with alcohol. I don't know. I need to ask my dad about that. But it's an interesting point. But my granddad, when he used to go round there, very similar to your granny, he used to ask if you wanted a biscuit 15 times, like give me a Garibaldi, and then I'd finish it, and then he'd go, do you want another one? Do you want another Garibaldi? Do you want? And he wouldn't remember whether he'd asked me or not. So I just used to eat a lot of biscuits, which I just thought was the best thing ever. John's gran did die of dementia. We went to visit her once, and she thought that we were breaking into her house because she didn't recognise us. And I just remember her standing there going, "Who are you? Oh, the audacity of it!" That's what she kept repeating, and she just had no idea. And it would have been really. It didn't affect me because I'd never met her before, but I can imagine for John's father and for John, not being recognised by somebody you love is really, really heartbreaking.
Tough.
I've got to tell you the story of my parents and dementia. My mum and dad sat down one morning and had a discussion about it because my mum was worried about getting old and being a burden on people and not being able to take care of herself anymore. And she sat my dad down and just said, "Look, Roger, if I get dementia and I'm really, really unwell, I want you to give me some pills and I want to end it." She was like, "I don't want anyone to look after me. I don't want to be in a home. I just want to I just don't want to be here anymore. If I'm having a moment of lucidity where I'm fully conscious, I want you to tell me that I've got dementia and I want to do something about it." And he looked at her and went, "You've got dementia." He's a swine, isn't he, Hamish?
So good.
Oh, it's so good. I myself am very forgetful and I have lots of notes in my diary every day. I'm not sure what that's about. It's probably from binge drinking. Tell me you've done a bit of research on this, Hamish, because I haven't.
Of course I have.
Great.
I read several high-profile reviews that looked at...
Did you really?
Reviews.
Yeah. Reports?
Let's go with reports.
Okay.
Scientific papers that you will understand.
Yes, okay, I
Passed
don't
to my
understand,
side of the desk.
yes.
That looked at the research into binge drinking and dementia risk. They all found that people who drank heavily or engaged in binge drinking were more likely to develop dementia than those who drank only moderate amounts. So, yes, drinking lots in one sitting puts you at an even higher risk.
God, crazy. I never would have considered that, would you? No. I knew it was doing damage, but I never really thought about
dementia damage.
No, but it is, yeah. Did you ever feel like you were doing damage to your brain when you were drinking, Hame?
Honestly, I'm not sure if I ever thought that deeply about the damage I was doing to myself. It was just good times, what everyone else around me was doing, so how bad could it actually be? I did have some bad hangovers, obviously, but given a day or two's rest, I was back firing all cylinders. So I thought, well, the damage has been done and now I've completely repaired.
Yes, it does. It does feel like that, doesn't it? It feels like, well, I'm doing the damage. That's okay. We all do a bit of damage. This is how we kind of let go.
Yeah.
It's to do damage to ourselves, and that's all right.
Yes.
And then we have a week of getting better, reparation, is that a word?
Yeah, you can go with that.
And you feel like, well, I'm cured now, the hangover's gone, and I'm back to my full self. So we sort of feel like we cure the damage, but that's not the case.
We rely on the idea that your body's great at healing itself.
Yes.
And we marry ourselves to that fact.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I'll just fix itself.
And we never think, oh, maybe if I didn't do this, I wouldn't be doing any damage. You just think, I deserve a bit of damage, so therefore I'm going to go and get wasted and pour booze down my neck.
I was so naive to what alcohol was that it actually never crossed my mind that it was damaging my brain. Like, the brain, surely not.
Yeah.
You hear about the liver.
Yeah.
I know you might put on weight and it's bad for your skin, but I never really thought about the brain. Looking back, I obviously acted in ways that I never would have done. Sober, sex, drugs and rock and roll mainly. Well, actually I was more into jazz, but it doesn't have the same ring. Yeah. Sex, drugs and Michael Bublé, doesn't, it's not quite the same.
I love your sweetness though, Hamish. It's very innocent. It's nice.
And not even that much sex or drugs. It was more like
flower arranging,
cereal. What can I say? Cereal, biscuits, and Michael Bublé.
That sums you up perfectly. I love it.
So I guess I was aware that my decision making and risk was affected by booze, but was I aware that I was doing myself any long-term damage? Hell no.
No.
You?
Well, of course, I was sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, you had more of all three than me.
I had more of all three. Yeah. There was no.
You were techno?
I didn't really like. I would dance to techno every hour. I was more like heavy house and drum and bass.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So no Michael Bublé. Yeah.
Jamie Cullum?
No,
Sinatra?
Hamish. No.
Dean Martin?
I've always loved Sinatra, of course. Who doesn't? But I wouldn't have been playing it in front of my uni friends.
Yeah, I was playing. I was like a 15-year-old to just hundreds of Frank Sinatra albums.
What a dork.
Yeah.
My behaviour the next day.
At that age
single,
for a long time.
Very single, yeah. My behaviour the next day was really where I knew the damage had been done when I was hungover. My fuzzy head made me feel very stupid and incapable. I couldn't have even made a cheese toastie without feeling mentally taxed.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just mentioned the cheese tax there, Hamish, haven't I? Mentally taxed. Do you know about the cheese tax?
No
the cheese
idea.
tax, the cheese tax. You've got to pay the cheese tax.
Is this some 1950s reference again?
No,
Back from when you were 20.
It's a YouTube thing. Every time you're cooking, the cheese comes out, the puppy comes looking, Hamish.
This is a YouTube thing. Oh, this is like a modern
Yeah, I'll
reference.
sing it to you at the end of the podcast.
I think you just have.
Yeah. So
Hear that? It's holiday cheer arriving at Ulta Beauty with gifts for everyone on your list. Treat them to fan-favorite gift sets from Charlotte Tilbury and Peach and Lily. Go all out with timeless fragrances from YSL, Ariana Grande, and Carolina Herrera. And you can never go wrong with an Ulta Beauty gift card. Head to Ulta Beauty for gifts that make the holidays brighter and even more beautiful. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows home so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews all on the app. Download today.
knew that my brain was getting damaged, I think.
Okay, you did know that.
Again, I thought that it would recover. I didn't realise there was long-term damage being done, but now I definitely think there was long-term damage done by my drinking. And I say some of my brain flips or dropouts are hormonal, but I think a lot of it is to do with a very long time of drinking booze.
Sure.
I definitely felt unwell mentally after drinking, and whether that was anxiety, depression, feeling hungover, feeling a bit kerfuddled or whatever it was, there was definitely something going on with my brain after I drank.
Yeah, some sort of chemical imbalance.
Something. Yeah. It's weird to say it. It's true, though. I think the fact that I acted out in ways that were out of character when drunk meant I was probably damaging a few circuits there. I mean, I wasn't working right when I was drunk. I was doing stuff that I would never, ever do when I was sober. So that definitely means my brain was affected by alcohol, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The choices that I was making. I remember my decision-making was affected, and I worked in a post room taping up parcels. I found that hard when I was hungover. I found very simple tasks hard.
Taping up parcels hard.
Yeah, I used to do sickies all the time because I couldn't be bothered. It was too hard.
Really?
Because my brain was so tired and not working right. I just couldn't take on anything.
Yeah.
It was easier just to phone in and do a sickie. My brain also seemed askew when I was drunk. There was no way I would have slept with the Argentinian with a mullet or the Romanian with wooden teeth if my brain had not been somewhat impaired, Hamish. I guess I knew I was doing damage, But I think that's partly what I liked about it. Drugs on top of that meant I was probably a lost cause in the brain department. Yes.
So what does alcohol-related dementia look like?
Well, the symptoms can vary from person to person, but generally symptoms will include impaired ability to learn things. Let's talk about us when we were hungover or drunk. Yes.
Yeah.
Personality changes. That is exactly what I just mentioned. Problems with memory. Yes.
Every time.
Difficulty with clear and logical thinking on tasks that require planning, organising, common sense, judgment and social skills. Taping up boxes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wouldn't have taken any of that on the hangover. Like, I'm not doing any organising a day after a drinking session.
Because you knew your brain was impaired. Of
course, yeah.
Problems with balance, yes. Decreased initiative and spontaneity, yes. All of which sound like a drunk person or a hungover person. So you might not be able to even notice the symptoms if you're a heavy drinker. Weirdly, skills learned earlier in life and old habits such as language and gestures tend to be relatively unaffected.
So here's the biggie, Vic. I think what the sober listeners want to know is if they are sober now, after years of doing damage, does sobriety reduce the chance of getting dementia?
The answer is yes.
Yes!
The healthier you are in every aspect of your life massively reduces your risk of dementia. Not drinking alcohol is just one way of lowering your risk, but there are loads of other ways to keep that brain lighting up and sending the right signals so you can actually exercise your brain.
Any activity that involves thinking and learning can improve your brain health and help protect against dementia. Evidence suggests that greater benefits come from more complex and challenging mental activities. The more brain activities you do, the more frequently you do them, and the more complex the activity, the lower your risk of dementia is likely to be.
Yeah.
So basically what we're saying here is that Scrabble and Sudoku don't make you boring. They are brain exercises that are saving your life. Mentally speaking, at least.
I don't know. Sudoku saved my life once. Stopped me from running across the road.
Did it?
Yeah.
You were just thinking, where does that 8 go? I've already got an 8 in that column.
The best activities are those that you enjoy. Boredom and frustration are not good for your brain. These types of activities include, here we go, this is where we don't sell sobriety to the listeners, isn't it, Hamish?
It's hard to say these.
It is hard to say these because you're going to hate us and you're going to think, what has my life become? And I hate myself now I'm sober. But just listen because you might actually like one of them.
I'm glad you're doing this first one. I don't think I can say this first one.
Enjoying hobbies like painting, woodwork, sewing or writing.
Oh, it's not that dull. I just got really into sewing. It's a
Well,
tough
Lucy started
sell.
knitting when she gave up
did.
drinking.
She like uses it as a main reason that she stayed sober. I just
Totally.
loved the knitting.
Doing a short course, Hamish, in anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learning a language, all those sorts of things. Doing a jigsaw, crossword, number or word puzzle, brain training stuff. Learning to dance, play an instrument or speak a new language.
Getting it more interesting.
Going to the theatre, movies, museum, gallery or a concert. So all of the things you would have hated as a drinker, basically, Hamish.
I would say those get progressively less dull as you've gone up the list. I like
Yeah.
going to the theatre, to me, is more interesting than sewing.
Yes, you went to the theatre on our little Melbourne trip recently, didn't you? You loved it.
I went to go see Groundhog Day,
Yeah.
and I've listened to the musical on the Spotify,
Spotify.
hundreds of times since. Oh,
Have you?
just
Love it?
It is the place in my life that I am happiest.
Okay.
Is part of a theatre audience just before the start.
Oh, lovely.
If I'm alone or with anyone, it doesn't make a difference. I'm so happy.
Oh, that's cosy.
I just loved it.
Yeah. I went and had a massage while you did that.
Yeah.
I actually had a Chinese massage where he
beat the
pummeled
shit out
me.
of you,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was awful. You know with those massages where it's too awkward to say stop what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because you feel like they know what they're doing, so you can't tell them to stop. So I just carried on, lied there in pain.
You got pummeled by a very strong man whilst I was at the musical
yes,
theatre.
so I like to spend my Saturday afternoon.
Also, it's important to stay socially engaged. All the things sober people love. So actually, just by choosing to give up booze and engaging in all the stuff you enjoy outside of partying hard will naturally improve your chances of not getting dementia.
Regular and enjoyable interactions with friends, family not so much, and others may help reduce your risk of dementia. There are many ways to interact with others, but some suggestions include what we've already said: dancing, travelling, volunteering, walking, joining a group or a book club, organising games nights, singing lessons, or catching up with friends, or talking to your neighbours. I'm not sure I want to do that.
No.
I tend to avoid my neighbours. How do you feel about yours?
My neighbours have some very choice language around their kids
Oh, do
that makes
they?
me feel very uncomfortable.
CUNTs?
So we get some C's dropping. And like
Really?
our neighbours live right next to us, you know,
Right, shit.
and they are in the garden. Also, their kids jumping on their trampoline threw stones into our garden when Sonny was in it.
Yeah, don't get involved
So
with
Liz
them
went
then.
charging over and knocked on the door and did the whole angry neighbour thing.
Oh, no.
I was so happy I wasn't there for that.
Oh
yeah.
my God, I find things like
Please
that
don't
so
throw
awkward.
rocks at my baby.
Oh gosh, we went over to our neighbours. I'll tell you the quick story. We went over to our neighbours yesterday because we got invited after losing their dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was an awful experience a couple of weeks ago. They asked us to go around and check on which is like their pride and joy, these two dogs. They love their dogs more than anything else. We went round to check on them and it ran away.
For 48 hours.
Yeah,
then,
and we had to had the whole of Majimba out looking for this bloody dog. It's home now. Poppy, you little shit.
Isn't it bad that Australia's famous for a TV show called Neighbours and we've just shared two terrible experiences about Aussie neighbours?
So we love our neighbours.
You like them, but
yes,
they-
they're
they-
very nice.
the
But I'm not
dog-
looking after their
but the-
bloody dog again.
I thought dementia was hereditary, and if my grandma had it, then I would too. So it's fascinating to hear that we can all do stuff to try and stave it off.
Yeah.
If you're experiencing any signs of alcohol-related dementia, please call your doctor. There are some treatment plans that can help manage the symptoms. At an early stage of the disease, problems may be reduced or reversed if the person abstains from alcohol, improves their diet, and replace vitamins, especially thiamine,
Thiamine,
or
yeah.
thiamine, or thiamine, or thiamine,
Yeah.
and vitamin B1.
Yeah. It's better to act quickly if you're having any notable brain impairment. Stopping drinking with the help of professionals will help slow it down. But if it does develop and a person does not find a sober life, unfortunately, alcoholic dementia life expectancy is not very long.
Yeah.
While there are no specific life expectancy projections for alcohol-related dementia in general, a study shows that the life expectancy for someone with Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome is 8 years for 50% of people that have this form of alcohol-related brain damage. It's not long, is it? And it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be a good 8 years.
Like, what kills you in dementia? Does your brain just shut down? Do your organs shut down? Like, what actually finishes you off?
I'm not sure, Hamish. We'll have to look that up. That's an interesting
Such
point.
An awful
yeah.
way to go.
Yeah.
Community support is available for the person with dementia, their family and carers. This support can make a positive difference to managing dementia. So Vic, what are you doing today to look after your brain?
Well, I think writing helps me, that's for sure. And I think in sobriety, I feel like I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly trying new things, reading and podcasts and board games, brain training apps. They're supposed to be good, aren't they?
Yeah, you haven't got one, but you've heard it's good.
I heard it's good. Playing cards, jigsaws. I never do jigsaws. That is a lie.
so
Avoiding processed foods, I believe, will help. Mm-hmm. Do you think?
Another lie.
No, I'm pretty
You're
good.
pretty good, actually. You're
I'm
better
pretty
than me.
healthy, yeah. I don't eat loads of processed foods. Looking at holidays I can't afford. I love
We both
scrolling
love
through
that.
bookings.com. Maybe that kills brain cells, actually. I think that's
but
probably
it makes
bad
us
for
so
you.
happy, though.
It makes me happy looking at
Yeah.
resorts
Yeah.
that I can't afford,
Yeah.
that I'll never go to.
I think that is one of the most important factors to my happiness, is
Yes.
to always have a daydream of a holiday booked in.
Yes.
Like, I'm just aiming towards July when maybe we'll go to X place.
Yeah, and it also doesn't matter whether it happens or not.
Yeah.
Because you can't afford it. It's like, well, I've always got that place in my mind
Yeah.
for a future holiday.
It's the same with me with always like having a lottery ticket. I'm like,
Yes.
well, on the 13th of April, I will be a multi-millionaire. So I sort of
Yeah.
look forward to it, even though it'll never happen.
It's almost about having plans, isn't it? Keeping your brain activity
Yeah.
working. It's about having plans and looking forward to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if socials like internet and Instagram affect brain and memory. I wonder if that's doing as much damage as probably the skunk I smoked when I was 17.
that's it.
How do you look after your brain? I mean, it's not very big, is it? It can't be very much that has to stimulate that little lump of flesh.
Yeah, I just count from 1 to 10 and then back down. And I
Okay,
really
yeah.
enjoy that all day.
Actually, I find that difficult at boxing, counting, because I just get completely confused.
Oh, counting
yeah,
reps.
no, I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
count.
I have to count mine and Liz's. She
Yeah.
can't count.
Yeah.
I can't count to 50. Are you mad?
Some people just can't count, can they?
Well, or what you do when you're counting reps is you get quite generous. You're like, I'm
yes.
either on 30 or 40. I'm pretty sure it's 40.
You'll do, mate. I hope everyone
Just
likes you afterwards.
choose the higher number and go easy on yourself.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that I do other than regular exercise is something that I'm actually lucky enough to do naturally, which is that I'm very curious. So when I get into something new, I go quite deep and do all the research, listen to podcasts about it, and I read the books about it, and I watch documentaries about it. So for me, since going sober, it was breath work and the benefits of cold water therapy. Now it's coffee. I've self-confessed coffee arsehole now. So I think all of those things, like research, keeps my brain ticking.
Yeah.
Also writing, like you and I both do, public speaking, interviewing people, because I have to do quite a lot of research into them before I speak to them.
Yeah.
Those keep my brain going, I hope.
I also think having children stimulates the brain. Like always questioning.
Depends on the day.
It depends on the day,
Can
but
be
I'm often
fucking dull.
questioning whether I'm doing things right or
Yeah,
wrong, and like
yeah.
how to navigate certain situations like phones or behaviour or looking at the future of their schooling. It all
Yes.
takes brain work, doesn't it? Making any sort of decision. I think in life now we have probably too many decisions to make, but I think just keeping your brain awake by constantly thinking and organising and planning.
Yeah.
Just doing anything that keeps you kind of vitalised in that respect is going to be good for your brain.
For sure.
Well, let's hope that by quitting booze, we avoid getting dementia. But it is really good to know that this can happen. And it's a good reason to never pick up the bottle again, isn't it?
It sure is. Now, a funny few brain quotes before I forget. The brain is a wonderful organ. It starts working the moment you get up in the morning and does not stop until you get into the office. Good,
yes,
eh?
until you get to the office.
You and I haven't had many office jobs, but people that have office jobs will be like, ho, 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 good one.
One office job I had, Hamish, I was working in Sydney, an insurance company. There was an issue that they had to have a big meeting about one morning because somebody from the team, it was an insurance company, was pooing on the floor of the bathroom.
told me this recently.
Yeah. What the hell is that all about?
And they eventually found them, didn't they?
They eventually found them. They got sacked.
Phantom pooer.
Phantom pooer. Yeah.
Just
What
for
is-
kicks?
Yeah, just for kicks. It's such a weird thing to do. It was a male in the male toilet doing a poo on the floor. Yeah. Probably just wanted to hear what it sounded like.
That would be interesting. I don't want to tell you this. I once pooed as a prank. You know that out underneath the sink, there's the bit that you can like unscrew?
Yeah.
I pooed in that and I screwed it back in. It was my mate's bedroom at school.
Why did you do that?
It's a prank.
That is
Pooed
horrible.
and he did it back to me and I felt quite sick having to clean it up.
That is a horrible. We've got a lot of poo stories.
Good prank though.
I know a boy at college who did a poo into a crisp packet, an empty crisp packet, and then went round offering it to everybody, and they put their fingers in it. How have we got into this?
Was it a Twiglets pack? Wow. We've really lowered the tone
We
right
have,
at the
yeah.
end.
I've got a lot of poo stories, including the time I sat on a poo at the airport
What?
on the way to India. Yeah,
In the airport
someone
waiting
else's
rooms, a poo?
No, in the toilet at Heathrow.
In Heathrow?
Yes, yeah.
Wait, so you sat on the loose seat and it was on the loose seat, or you sat on a chair?
Sat on the loose seat. I was flying to Calcutta.
Were you bare on skin, or are you
On
taking your
skin
trousers
on my
yet?
thigh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it got taken out of my book, that chapter.
They said it's too much.
Said it was too much poo.
But if you listen to the podcast, you get it. It's
You
a
get
little treat.
exclusive poo. Exclusive poo information.
That's too
Anyway,
much poo.
too
chat
much
for
poo,
me.
yeah, too much
Okay,
poo.
give us another quote.
Never let the brain idle. An idle mind is a devil's workshop.
Yeah,
Ooh,
nice.
Yes.
Now, Vic, before we go and play that game of rude word Scrabble, can you tell me about the cheese tax again?
Cheddar is acceptable and Parmesan is fine, but a little bit of Gouda would really blow my mind. There is no escaping, so don't try to dodge. Pay the dairy tariff, the collection of fromage. The cheese tax, you have to pay the cheese tax.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
This is a quality podcast, Hamish, where we talk about poo and the cheese tax. The cheese tax. You have to Google it, yeah.
Or just get on with your life.
Or just get on with your life and go to
accept
work.
the fact that you can live a life without knowing what the cheese tax means.
Go to work, earn some money, don't drink, and live a very normal, quiet life is our advice.
Yeah.
That's all we need to do. Don't bother with this podcast. Just go and live a quiet life amongst the fields and roses and plants. Do water plants, read books, be quiet.
We need to get better at marketing our own podcast. Don't listen to this.
Don't listen to this, it's shit.
Get out there and live your life.
Yeah. Stop going for walks with us on you. These two bloody miserable idiots.
That should be our trailer, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Don't listen to this shit. Get
This
out
is
there and
a
live your life.
load of old wank. Don't even bother.
But yes, we appreciate you listening. Tell
Yeah,
your
thanks
friends.
very much. If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
Do they have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know.
Hear that? It's holiday cheer arriving at Ulta Beauty with gifts for everyone on your list. Treat them to fan-favorite gift sets from Charlotte Tilbury and Peach and Lily. Go all out with timeless fragrances from YSL, Ariana Grande, and Carolina Herrera. And you can never go wrong with an Ulta Beauty gift card. Head to Ulta Beauty for gifts that make the holidays brighter and even more beautiful. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Hey friends, it's Nikayla from the podcast Side Hustle Pro. I'm always looking for ways to keep my kids entertained without screens, and the Yoto Mini has been a total lifesaver. My kids are obsessed. Yoto is a screen-free audio player where kids just pop in a card and listen. Hours of stories, music, podcasts, and more, and no screens or ads. With hundreds of options for ages 0 to 12, it's the perfect gift they'll go back to again and again. Check it out at yotoplay.com. YOTOPLAY.com.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad bookstores?
No, it's probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh yeah, really
Yeah.
depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his teeny little, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it
Yeah,
now.
go and buy it. Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy. Buy it. Yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.